Okay, the RA Tech adjustable nozzle. Any of you guys have this? I'm sure lots of you have had this. But these aren't the greatest things in the world, I'm going to tell you. This one is the one I had installed in my gun. Now, this is the RA Tech for a VFC M4 edition model, including the HK 416A and the D. And I had this in the gun for a long time, but it didn't get a whole lot of use. One of the things I noticed as soon as I installed this is that, of course, yeah, it's an adjustable FPS. It's a lot faster, um, but the end of the bolt here would get stuck sometimes inside the barrel, and the carrier group would come back, and this would stay in battery, and then you just put your finger in there like that and pop it back out. That should not happen. Now these RA Tech, the the end of the bolt here is made of metal. Now generally the ones that come stock are like an ABS or something. So I'm thinking that this is just not, the dimensions are slightly different. It fits, but it sticks. Now, of course, adjusting it, you can adjust your FPS up or down, and it, will shoot with a higher or lower FPS. But one thing I noticed on full auto immediately when I installed this in the gun was that the rate of fire slowed down significantly, and I didn't mind it too much. I didn't really shoot the gun that often on full auto, so it wasn't a problem. But later, I began to get, even with the adjustment all the way up, I began to get very, very low FPS, like 39, 49, 52. I even got like a series of 7 and 5. I mean, the BB literally came out of the barrel and dropped to the floor. And so I don't know what's going on with this internally, because it's not been open. There's no modifications or anything. And then the adjustment that I had it set on was the adjustment that I left it on. So this thing failed. And so I says, well, maybe there's some other issue with my gun. So I went to, checking the buffer and changing it, and making sure my barrel was clean, and having the gun real clean, and everything. But I still have the same problem with this. So I took the old nozzle and I put it in, and the gun runs perfectly fine. So this is the problem: the RA Tech adjustable bolt or nozzle for your gas blowback. Now I have another one here that's never even been opened, which I probably will not be installing because of the problem that I had with this. Now, I'm sure other people have had that problem. If you've had that problem, I'd like to see what you have to say in the comments, what your problem was, and if you were able to remedy it, like fix it in some kind of way. Because, like I said, I didn't open this up, and I'm not even sure exactly how to open it up. There is a big flathead screw on this side. I don't know what that does. I've never messed with it. So, I don't know what it does. So, I mean, this thing is the way it came. I installed it. I made the adjustment, and, it should have worked perfectly, but it didn't. So I'm not a big fan anymore of the RA Tech nozzles. I think that the nozzle that the gun comes with runs perfectly. And the only reason I swapped it out is because I wanted the adjustable FPS. What do they call that? MPOS or something. And so that's why I did it. So yeah, I don't know if there's something internally wrong with this. Maybe it's a flaw. Like, sometimes you get a product and, they're generally a good product, but you get one that's, doesn't work right. Excuse me. And I guess maybe this one I got doesn't work right. I do have this extra, as I said, that's never been opened, but I don't think I'm going to put it in because the gun runs so well, with the nozzle that's currently in there. And even though it's not adjustable, it still shoots around 400 FPS, and I'm happy with that. So the RA Tech nozzles aren't, in my opinion, what they're cracked up to be. Now I've had this for a while. I know, understand that these are not new products. This is not something that just came on the market yesterday. They've been around for a while. Um, I actually didn't get one until a couple of years ago, but um, or two, but I thought that I would get one and see how it worked, and I'm not happy with it because I really haven't shot the gun a lot. You know what I mean? Like it's gone through, you know, a lot of shooting, but this should last for a long, long time. I mean, this should not be failing the way it has. So maybe this is a defect, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's still good. Maybe this one will work just fine, but I'm not going to waste my time putting it in. Uh, but this one might just be defective. That's all. I don't know what the problem is here, but yeah, we've had this situation with the RA Tech nozzles, whether it be for VFC or for another brand, uh, or whether it's M4 or for a different model. Yeah, let me know in the comments, what you've experienced with RA Tech because I'm not really happy with it, and they're not cheap. So, you know, I guess I'm stuck with two of them, and I probably won't be using it. If my nozzle ever fails, I'm going to get the stock nozzle. Honestly, I mean, this just didn't perform like it should have. So yeah, all right, everybody. If you had this problem once again, let me know. I want to know if I'm the only guy who got a defective RA Tech nozzle, for my VFC M4, and so I won't feel so alone, spending money, wasting money. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. I could always use some subscribers.